Yeah. I bring greetings, my people. Anywhere you are joining us from, you are welcome. I greet you. One love, everybody. As you're joining me, you're welcome.
Have mercy on we, Biafra. Lord, give us a freedom. Have mercy on we, Biafra. And give us a freedom. Oh Lord, have mercy on we, Biafra. And give us a freedom. Father, we need our leader. Prophet, we need our leader. We need our leader. Yeah, man.
Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say it with every shred of belief, with every ounce of conviction. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why the entirety.
All right, my people, we are welcome again today. If you go there possible, if you feel join, you join. Make we work out today together. We go look into some things. Now that our Maze na Simon Ekpa and Aloy Ejimako. I think now that broadcast will for watch itself. Make we listen to that broadcast if possible. I think now that thing go better make we listen to it. I think it will be good we listen because that interview of our Republic government in exile, Prime Minister versus Barrister Aloy Ejimako. Barrister Aloy. Ejimako. Call. Not gonna know verse say I want change that though. I change am small because it go good make we listen to that. I don't that talk say we go we go watch am, but that they forget them. Now I remember make we change, make we listen to that. So my people, we are all welcome today. So like I said, we will listen to that interview between our Prime Minister Master Simon Ekpa and Aloy Ejimako. This is Biafra Liberation Broadcast. As you move, liberate yourself from mental slavery. Liberate yourself from anything that is been keeping you down, that is keeping you down, that will keep you down in future. Now you can liberate yourself from that. You have every reason to be free. Every reason to be free. You get them for your hand, you get them for your head, you get them for your brain. We don't have to remain here. We have to move on to the other side. Everything is ready. If you listen to that prayer by our leader, Master Nnamdi, he said that many people have died. Many people have paid the price. Many people have sacrificed their lives. Many people have sacrificed their fortunes. Many things has been given. Many things are still being given just for we to be free. Just for we to be free. Many things have been given, and many more are still being given. Many have been sacrificed, and the many more are still to be sacrificed. And now you be with me, I dey tell you. Now, today, when you go look into this Nigeria, you go see people like Opos of them and they ask you want go do protests, waiting be the reason why you want listen, nobody, the reasons is billions times billions. There are billions of reasons to even destroy Nigeria, not even to protest. I want to make everybody understand where would they now where the government is not of the people, and yet they claim to tell you that the government is of the people, by the people, and for the people. But all na lie. All na lie. Lie we food their head, we food their mouth. Lie where they deceive everybody. Whenever they feel like you are making progress, they go can't use one lie strategy. Boom! They go scatter everything. You go back to square one. So I want make we true see within the Nigeria. We go listen to this video first of all. I no go interrupt them. Now Pharaoh Timi Dele, make we see the video of Pharaoh Timi, make we hear him talk. Wetin be him own experience and thoughts about Nigeria. As we listen to him, make we understand. This man na one of them wey tell you say Nigeria have no solution. He tell you say Nigeria, even if you bring the fastest thinker, the smartest thinker, the smartest human beings in this life, times them 1 million, Nigeria will never brought to any point of getting solution. Maybe this still it surprised me, and I respect him. It surprised me when I see him they tell you say Peter Obi go make Nigeria good again. You see that people sometimes when they know the truth, they go out of emotion, one come up for the truth, go do something wey no be true, just to keep their emotion together. You understand? So make we just listen to him small. Make we listen to him.
But this is Nigeria. So what does it mean for it to be Nigeria? Do what you need to do when you need to do it. You cannot possibly be planting in the dry season. You can't. This speaks to the privacy of time and timeliness in our culture. But what do you find today? What do you find? We've evolved Nigerian time. Nigerian time. An excuse for madness. That makes it okay for us to have something scheduled to start at 12 o'clock and we start by 4. Meetings, events. Some artists actually think it's okay. In fact, I've heard of artists who got paid good money to perform at concerts who abuses the fans after coming into the arena late. What that? Think about it. So we evolved to the point where we have a uniquely silly culture that endorses the waste of time. We have Nigerian time. Oyibos will be invited to Nigerian events. The internet is replete with all kinds of videos of Oyibos, both memes and reality, getting to Nigerian events at the advertised time, only to find that we have no respect for ourselves or for time.
Very, very simple and very, very true. Now who no. Now who no understand, you no go ever understand. Nigeria have no solution. Nigeria you dey see today, no solution. No matter how you look am, no matter how you change am, no matter how you try to change am, the solution no dey, and the solution no dey come. You know, say there is something that solution dey come. That one hope dey, but this one be say solution no dey come, and no prophet go tell you say I see solution. Have you asked yourself, those people where they prophesy that time, Nigeria, whoa, oh, I prophesy, Nigeria 2024, 2023, God have sent a man to redeem Nigeria. Where are they today? You imagine that kind of thing? Those that say, if Tinubu will take over, if Tinubu become the president, God will punish them. God will deal with them. God will go fall from heaven. Thunder go fall. Thunder go kill them. Where are they today? Have you imagined that? They have stopped talking about Nigeria. Today, they are telling you about pay seed, pay tithe, pay offering, so that things go good for you. It's no longer that God is coming to remove Tinubu to change your life. Today is that God will come and change your life by your tithe and offering. Every given moment, they use people brain. Every given moment they use people brain. They also pray, if God is not in heaven, you know that it will happen. If God is in heaven, you know that dollar will crash. If God is in heaven, they pray the prayer. If God is not in heaven, hey, God, if you are in heaven, if I am a true man of God, oh, Nigeria will carry this cup. Where are they? Did any of all these things come to pass? You pray in vain. That is what the Bible says. The problem is that these people that follow them are not reading the Bible. You read their lips, not the Bible. Because if they follow them, they read the Bible, you go to understand what thing they go on. say that they go out of the context of the book of God. Not their own words that they give, not the words of God. Yeah. Not their own words that they give. They know they give the words of God. Well, not minding, we go listen to this message this morning, this message of truth, this message of redemption. This is when Aloy Ejimako give his own piece of advice. What we are doing till now, what does it mean? Are we on the wrong lane? Are we on the wrong side? Aloy Ejimako is a barrister. He's a lawyer that knows the law, and he qualified or backed up every statement he made here with constitution or law or proof or God. He backed them up. So we go listen to them with our prime minister. This is not the time we no be anybody. Make we listen.
Now, the woman continues. The woman continued that, and if care is not taken, this Fulani man and his kids would become the governor of Lagos soon. If it is true, with this Fulani man claiming because he was born in Lagos, he can become a king or a governor in Lagos, can any Yoruba man born in Kano become the king of Kano or Seriki of Kano, which that can never happen. This is happening in Yoruba land because Yoruba people are careless. If there are any conflict in Hausa land, these Hausa people will go to Yoruba people and other tribe to attack them. Even though this other tribe were born there or living there for a very long time. All these things they are doing in Yoruba land and other places, no other tribe can go to North and try that because they will never allow it. And now that this man is calling himself a king in Yoruba land, if care is not taken very soon, this Fulani will start attacking the Yoruba people in their land. The Yoruba people have to wake up now and stop all this nonsense before it is too late. There shouldn't be any Fulani king in Lagos or anywhere in Yoruba land because there is no such king in Yoruba land. That there can only be an head of Hausa people in Yoruba land where they live and not king. The leaders of the Yoruba land should be aware and to stop selling the Yoruba people to this Fulani so they won't bring war to the Yoruba people soon. Now, this is the interpretation of what you just watched on that video. So, Mr. Barrister Aloy, now
Yes.
looking at what is happening in the South, and I mentioned yesterday I exposed the Declaration of 1989, Abuja Declaration of 1989, and then subsequently the 1990 Declaration in Abuja for the Islamization of Nigeria. And now they have brought in the Fulanese mercenaries from all over Africa to continue to be used as the tool for the conquest of the South. In total implementation of this 1989 declaration, Abuja Declaration. The Abuja Declaration is there in the public domain for people to see. And the part of the objective of the declaration was that the Muslims should be given all strategic position in Nigeria. And from that 1989, the only person that have been able to implement 100% of part of this objective is the current government. What do you have to say about that? Let us hear your opinion as a legal expert.
Well, anyway, Simon, once again, thank you very much for having me on the show. I'm sorry the video quality from my end or communication quality is quite poor, but I think we can get through to your viewers, to your audience. If you look at me, you can see that sometimes I have to croon my head.
Exactly.
I can hardly hear you, but I can get the gist and the theme of your question. I'm going to be addressing these issues from the legal standpoint, as you requested. First of all, what is causing all these problems is open grazing. Let's just get to the root of it. Let us get to the root of what is causing the problem, because, you know, if you take it from the top, you're never going to have a solution. Let's take it from the bottom up. Is this headsman issue? You know, because under the excuse of grazing cattle, you have a multitude of strangers, most of whom can't even speak English. A lot of northern leaders, even the President Buhari himself, at some point confirmed that substantial number, maybe vast majorities of these headsmen are not even Nigerians. So suddenly you wake up in your community and you see this multitude of strangers. Well, I'm not saying people shouldn't move around. The Constitution, of course, guarantees freedom of movement to Nigerians. If you're a Nigerian, you have freedom of movement. But it's not an absolute right. When you make these movements, you have to consider the sentiments and the laws and the traditions and customs and conventions of your host communities. Okay, let's take the law, for instance. From northern Nigeria, where the Fulanis, who are citizens of Nigeria, are coming from, you have the penal code. You know, of course, you have the criminal code for the south and penal code for the north. Section 342 of the penal code of northern Nigeria, which is applicable to all the states of the north, makes it a criminal trespass for someone to breach your land, to come upon your land with intention to intimidate or annoy you. It's a crime. It's called criminal trespass. A lot of people believe that trespass is common law tort, that is civil wrong. Yeah, that is true. But it has been codified as a crime, even in northern Nigeria, from where these headers are coming from. So the question is not really of whether there's an existing law. The law is extant, is there to deal with situations like this. You know, people just can't come upon your land, even with goat, pig, anything that has the capacity to destroy your crops, has the capacity to cause disquiet in your backyard. Those things constitute instruments of annoyance. Those things intimidate people. Farmers go to farm in apprehension of coming upon a multitude of well-armed headsmen with hundreds of cattle breaching on their farm, eating their crops and trampling. This is what Section 342 of the Criminal Code of Northern Nigeria, of the Penal Code, Nigerian Penal Code, applicable to Northern Nigeria, this is what they contemplated when that section was codified. There are other laws. What about malicious destruction of property? I come upon your land, even if I don't come with cattle, and I come with machinery or diggers or some other instruments of destroying crops, and I start mowing down your yam, cultivated yam, cassava, corn, everything, I am committing an offense. It's malicious destruction of property. It's a crime. So regardless of the instrumentality of that crime, in this very situation of headsmen, the instrumentality of the crime is cattle. Cattle can be destructive. It can cause annoyance. It can intimidate in large numbers. Even when you are driving in traffic and you suddenly see tens, 20s, hundreds of cattle breaching the highway, you now drive in apprehension. That's the first thing that comes into your mind. You wonder whether they are going to use their antlers and horns and, come through your windshield and rip your eyes out, or whether they are going to cause a major accident or something. So this kind of mirrors the sort of feelings a farmer gets when he sees these cows and their headers coming up on his property. Whether it's a farm or whether it is his homestead, the effect on his mind is the same. So it is ab initio a criminal offense to do that without permission. The only thing that does not make it an offense or that takes the crime away for it is when you graze with permission. And that permission can be two ways. Either get the permission from the occupier of the premises, from occupier of the land, the owner of the land, or you get permission from the state governor. Under the Land Use Decree, now called Land Use Act, all lands in the Federation of Nigeria are vested in the hands of the executive governors of the various states. So if you apply for whatever purpose to the governor and express an intention that you want to graze a certain forest, and he gives you the grant, then you have the leave and license to graze. There's no governor that is going to give you grazing rights over somebody's farmland. That would be very crazy. That would be illegal. It will go against the sense and objective of the Land Use Act. The governor will, of course, give you some forest to graze if he so wishes. But most modern governors shouldn't do that either. They shouldn't do that because we have come full circle in the breeding of cattle that the best way to do it on, the economics of scale favors ranching everywhere in the world. Why are we going back to the 15th century? So if I'm a governor and you ask me to give you a grant occupancy of some forest to graze, I'll say no. If you want to build a ranch, come to me, I'll give you allocation to build a ranch. But I'm not going to give you allocation to roam the forest and graze and sleep in the forest. That in and of itself is intimidating enough. Okay, besides the governor, you come upon a community and you want to graze in that community. What stops you from going to the traditional ruler of that community and say, hey, I have 1,000 heads of cattle and I need to graze on your land? And then the community head will summon his people and they show you where you can graze safely and peaceably. Why can't people do this? This is the root cause of the problem, my brother. If we get to it, the problem is solved because the violence starts once the headers come upon these properties well armed and ready to graze by force. They don't graze by permission. What do you expect that person to do? He's going to resort to self-help, right of self-defense. Because when the government fails to act, you are telling the citizens you're on your own. You don't have to, pick a bullhorn or take a microphone and announce to Nigerian citizens and say, hey, as against you and her.
Sorry, I believe Biafrans they get the message. This Aloy is telling us is according to law. According to law. Why are they talk this? Now, for you to know that for you to defend yourself, you have to do everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. If it means commoting your ear to defend your life, commot them, make you listen. Because there is no time you're running away will be enough to save you. Because where you are running to, those people you are running to are fighting to secure their own land as well. See what that happen all over the world today. Threat of wars everywhere. And you leave your own, instead of defending your own, they run to another man where they fight to defend their own. Imagine you are in Russia or you are in Ukraine today. they will be in the battlefront and you will be in their land journey. Somebody go leave something for your body now. They know they're happy. So where are you running to? You have to sit back and defend your land. Now must. Do everything to restore your life, to keep your freedom. You'll be saying, say.
As you're on your own. The government body language since 2015 is telling Nigerians you're on your own. There is no single violent or terrorist headsman that has been convicted in any court of law in Nigeria. Check it out. I'm not even sure that any one of them are being prosecuted, but they have hundreds of IPOB members in various courts of the land being prosecuted for merely expressing their right to self-determination. So when you do stuff like this, discriminatory enforcement of the laws, you're picking sides and you're telling those people that you're discriminating against that, listen, I cannot protect you. You're on your own. So they resort to the right to self-defense. If you notice, I called it a right. It's not a mechanism. It's a right recognized under the law. You go to the Criminal Code of Nigeria, Nigerian Criminal Code Act, that applies to the southern states, and the Penal Code. I cannot give you the sections right off the top of my head, but any lawyer out there listening, you can check it out and give us the section. It's there. In both dual legal systems, you have the right of self-defense of yourself, of your loved ones, and of your property. So if a headsman is upon your property grazing upon your land, and his cattle is mowing down your crop, and you ask him to stop, and he begins to attack you, Nigerian law gives you the right to attack him back with equal little force he's using. If he's using AK assault rifle to be shooting at you, the law says if you have AK assault rifle, go grab it and shoot back. If you're using den gun, use den gun. If you're using machete, use machete.
Are you listening? But in Nigeria, they will tell you no. Your pastor will tell you no. God is in control. God will avenge. But the people that gave you the Bible also have given you the law and the rule of law. If somebody they come cut your head with cutlass, you go say, God, don't allow him to cut. God, take that knife away from him. God, take away that cutlass. You think God is so stupid to do that? When you have the chance and opportunity to defend your life, you are busy praying. You know they're okay. God, I don't know why our people are so living in fear or being consumed out of ignorance. Throughout the Bible, I did not see anywhere in the face of war or calamity, God asked people to go and pray. No, God asked people to go and fight from the beginning to the end. Fight! From Moses to Joshua to all of them. You dare not cross their path. They will destroy you. People, that is why he said, I am the God of war. He said, he never tell you anywhere in the Bible, I am God of prayer. He never tell you, I am God of peace. He said, I am God of war. He himself is peace, but he is God of war. And that is why if you need peace, prepare for war. That is why even Jesus tell you that he don't come, make it cause war between tribes and tribes, nations and nations. People know they get the message. They watch somebody, they destroy your farm. A governor go say, no, do not fight back. Your pastor go say, pray that God will avenge for you. As you pray for God to avenge for you, they go destroy your farm. After they don't destroy and finish with their malu, they go use their eke or cutlass you or eke you, and they go destroy your community. If anybody is left, they go run enter IDP camp. Government made sure, Nigerian government made sure that they took away every means of you revenging or fighting back. Even your hunting them gun, they carry and come out. You should not fight back. Took your cutlasses away, took your bows and arrows away. So that when these people come with their machine guns, you cannot even defend yourself. Is it not true? Go check Benue State now. How can you have vigilante group to confront or to combat people with sophisticated machine guns, and this your vigilante group don't even have a stick? The only thing where they have now that battle where police they go, no be electric battle, ordinary stick where they have design where they hold here. Now you finish. How you go use and confront person wey even carry cutlass? Not to talk of people with AKs. AK-47 is the minimum wey they carry waka. Everybody in the comment section, I agree to now. They see on a comment. I they see everybody watching. Thank you so much. Do me a favor, like this video. I beg, like this video. We move.
If he's using his fist, you use fist. Equal measure for measure, an eye for an eye. That's what the law is saying. Of course, as a human being, your first instinct will be the instinct to escape. But what if you can't escape? But if you escape, where are you running to? Why would you escape from your property? So, that is what is going on here. It's like,
you get the message? It is not about running away. It's about defending your land. That is why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made it clear. Listen to what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said here. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said something. You don't have to listen to this.
So in the process that we are embarking upon, if we are not praying for war, but we are it to come to war, we have to fight. The only thing we are saying is that this time around, we will be more prepared than we were before. That's all we are saying. Nobody's asking for war. To tell me that you're prepared to be a slave in the Philippines, in another person's country, enjoying, let them go and ask the Filipinos what they went through to drive away Imelda Marcos and the husband. Our people need sometimes somebody suggested before that in the new Biafra we will turn every textbook into a local language. If you're in Ibibio, physics will be in Ibibio language, geography in Ibibio language, everything is in Ibibio language. If you're from Igbo land, everything will be in Igbo language. Everything. So that our people can reason in their own language. This is why I hated colonialism. If you think in a foreign language, you will not understand the meaning of what you're talking about. That is why at Radio Biafra, we don't present radio and journalism the way it is done everywhere else. Because our people, it will not have the desired impact. Here we give you the news and tell you the meaning and implications of the news you are presenting. How can somebody who claims he or she is educated can go to and say, oh, don't join, you are not born during the war. What if you see what we suffered? Do you know what Churchill went through, what the British people went through under Hitler? Had Hitler launched his infantry into this country, has he commenced the ground assault in Britain, he would have taken over the country. That's what saved the people here. They don't understand history because they are not educated. They were educated in Nigeria, where you go to school for 2 weeks and you're on strike for 8 years. I don't blame them at all. That was why some of us left that zoo to come outside to come and study, so we can understand what studying is all about. So that when we stand up and speak and talk about intelligent people, we know what we are talking about. Anybody who is educated in Nigeria, I'm afraid to say, you are nobody because your brain is not complete. You are not intelligent enough to discuss or to understand what you're talking about. If you have to go to war, you go to war. Sometimes you fight a war not to defend lives and property, but to defend something that money cannot buy. That thing is called honor. It is called honor.
Honor. Where your honor day, where you day, somebody go tell you saying be funani header, you go enter your land, use a malu, destroy your farm where you don't farm, destroy even the barn and the silos and storehouse where you don't pack food, where you don't store for you and your family to eat, for you to sell and make money, for you to use, you the ones, even the ones you preserved for next farming season, they go destroy them. You go they look am, you go they pray to God. You go they pray to God and you say na the normal thing, be normal thing. You are confused. You just don't know be say you lost. You don't lose am. You are lost. The people pushing you into that narrative of don't revenge, God will revenge you. No. When you say God will revenge, it's not that I am coming to strangle you. You wait for me to strangle you. God will revenge you. No. God will revenge is maybe you are walking along the way, somebody stole your wallet or stole your bag full of money and you cannot find it. You don't have solution. That is when you call God into vengeance, or into revenge, to come and avenge for you. That's when you call God, invoke God to avenge. But when you see somebody that come drag your bag of money, portfolio full of money, you leave and make it carry and go, God, you a fool. God go even plug you see your poverty. God go make sure say you no smell money again for your life. You watch somebody come to destroy your farmland, murder your children, murder your wife, even create your wife before you do something. Now, if you die, you know, say at least you died for something. But you know, the pastor say no. Pastor tell us not to fight back. God will fight for us. Really? Where is there for Bible? The one where God to tell people to go and fight for their land, fight for their land, fight for your land. If it will take God to protect his people from the land of Egypt to Israel, to defend their land, that is what our leader said here is honor. Is in honor of the words and the respect of God Almighty in heaven. If he takes God, what are you thinking? They passed all the lands in the desert, in the wilderness, in the riverine areas, in the ocean area, in the Atlantic areas. They passed. Why God do not tell them, oh yeah, make una stay, just leave Egypt and live anywhere? God could have allowed them to live anywhere, but God said no. That is a particular land that is your own. That is where you should go and live. And God made sure he led them. They fought all the battles, they fought all the war until they came to the place of their own ancestral land, apportioned to them by God Almighty. Then God said to them, this is the place of your inhabitant. Why didn't God allow them to take over Jericho when they defeated Jericho? Why? Have you imagined that? They defeated so many cities. That is country. We call them country today. As they passed through many countries, they defeated those countries. Why didn't God ask them, okay, now you have a large land, you can inhabit and take over these lands and countries you defeated, take over, live there, don't bother yourself in fighting. No. God said, keep going until you get, as they move on, they engage in more stronger battles. And God was there with them, fighting with them. That is why he said, I am the God of war. I am the God of vengeance. I am the consuming fire. Even Moses, at the oldest of his age, he said to Moses, you must go to war. And when Moses go to war, even if you know fit to raise in hand, they go use something hold in hand. And when they lack men to fight, they use stone to build the stone around, they use stone to hold in hand they stand like that. Moses, even if you want sleep, you go to sleep, but in hand they up. Because his hand being up means God is standing. Go read your Bible if you know the reader. No be pastor mouth you go dey read. In a Bible you go read. When pastor tell you not to fight back, go and read the Bible. What did the Bible tell you? Continue.
Like the chicken and the egg, which one came first? I say, well, the chicken came first. It's not a puzzle. It is the open grazing without permission that came first. That's what's causing the problem. If you put that one aside and say it's no longer legal to graze, cattle rearers, you need to conduct your business like everyone else. If you're taking cattle from Sokoto to Enugu, you load them up on a truck. And when you get to Enugu, make sure you are going to a ranch. You are not letting them loose on the highways, on the crop fields, or in the forest. And then you tell people, listen, he don't live in forest. Only animals live in forest. Human beings don't live in forest. Come out of the bush, introduce yourself to the community, get a tenement, rent somewhere, buy somewhere. Let's see your face. Get a ranch. That is what is going on here. Nobody is asking anybody to leave. They're asking the criminal elements, the terrorists to leave. And these northerners that are defending them, you're telling us they are foreigners. At the same time, you're defending them against your fellow Nigerians. It's an oxymoron. It's a paradox. It doesn't happen. Why would you defend terrorists? What they are doing is wrong. You know, you shouldn't do that. So if people begin to conduct their business normally, whether it is cattle, piggery, poultry, whatever, there's not going to be any problem. So that is where the problem is coming from, because there is a very significant amount of anomaly in how cattle business is being conducted in Nigeria. And then you have these people saying, well, it is the custom of the Fulanis. Well, Nigerian custom says that any custom that is repugnant to public policy is null and void. That very much was what was enunciated in 1969 by Justice Adewale Thompson.
Yes. That,
you know, fully falls into the purview of what we're talking about today. The case was before this court, because a headsman or a herder breached upon a farmer's land, and the matter went to court. And the herder was claiming, well, it's my custom to graze from place to place. The justice said, no, it can't. That custom is annoying, it's intimidating. It's uncivil, it's retrogressive, it's medieval. It does not sync with the custom of your host. What kind of custom will allow you to come with cattle, breach another man's property before he opens his mouth? Your cattle has consumed his crops, and next thing you start attacking him. So Justice Adewale Thompson said, no, he can't do that. The custom is repugnant to Nigerian public policy, and therefore he struck down the customary right, the so-called customary right, to graze. So, my brother, this is really the crux of the matter, you know, so people should just stop pretending, because it's like the presidency of Nigeria is looking the other way, and even the kitchen cabinet. I mean, look at what happened a few days ago. There's a shake-up in northern Nigeria, a sheikh, an Islamic sheikh. His name is Gumi. I mean, he was negotiating in full view, in plain view, with the militants, I mean, with the terrorists. That's what they are. They, you know, calling them bandits is like downgrading them to something less vicious. These are vicious, dangerous terrorists with blood on their hands. When the sheikh is talking to them and is now making demands that the federal government should settle them. What is going on here? And then you are telling people in the south, in southwest, in the former eastern Nigeria and former western Nigeria, no. You got to leave them to graze, and they can kill you. You see, that's what they are telling you without saying it in so many words. But the body language is that you must allow them to graze. You see, there's no way grazing can be done in peace. It's not possible. The only way grazing can be done in peace is when it's done with permission.
Exactly.
And to permit someone to graze is extremely difficult. is a very hazardous business, capable of destroying a community, capable of taking human life. You know, so it's something that needs robust, muscular government intervention, but that is lacking right now. So why would you blame citizens for taking steps to defend themselves when you cannot as government?
Thank you very much.
For now. Yes.
Thank you very much, Barrister Aloy. That is an in-depth analysis and in-depth commentary from the legal perspective and from the law point of view. Now, I like the fact that I'm very, very sorry that you are not hearing me. Like, you have to put your ears very close. So can you
My brother, Cleoyeshi, it's not that they are discussing cow alone, but creating ministry for cow is the height of it. You know what it means to create a ministry for cows in the name of livestock ministry? What does that mean? Creating ministry for cow in the 21st century, almost 22nd century. You are creating ministry for cow. You have a Ministry of Agriculture, and you are creating another ministry for cow because some set of people demanded for it. You created the ministry for organization of ministry of whatever of Amajiri children. When you have ministry of education, you now have what are you talking about? In Nigeria, everything is about country in a country. That is state in a state. You have Sharia law, you have Sharia court, you have Sharia police, you have Sharia army, you have Sharia government. In the same Nigeria you claim you are fighting to save. When people refuse to tell themselves the truth, that is where they are perishing. That is why Bible said, God said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. You don't want to have this knowledge. That's the worst part of it. Pastors will not educate people about the truth. If you tell people why is it? Listen, go read that's why me are the worry people. You don't read the Bible. If you read the Bible, you will find out that in the Bible days, even when Jesus was here, there is nothing like this church is my church. Church is there, always open. When it is time for service, if you enter the church and nobody is on the pulpit, you know what to preach, climb the pulpit, give the message. Church, you don't belong to anybody. Church belong to everybody. But today, the personalized church, the monopolized church, because of their criminality, because of their evil, because of the evil parts in their mind, they use church as a monetary organization today. The pastors are the richest. If you ask the man of God should be rich. Man of God should be rich, yes, but not on the detriment of the poor people. Now poor people go build the church. Now poor people go sweep the church. Now poor people go carry foundation. I follow choosing, Lord choosing. I follow use my head. They carry sand, laterite, where we take fill and when it they begin. Today, who know me there? Go there now, make I cross the road there, make you see what thing go happen. Today now people will get mouth, and then get the church. And then they chop the money. I'm not against you making money in the church. I am only against you excluding the people that suffered in that church. As you make money, you build the church from scratch, from nothing, from thatcher to basher to wall to house to mansion to auditorium. Make sure that everybody gets equal treatment. Because when you were beginning this church, when you were in the basher, in the thatcher, Your choir master, your choir mistress, your chorus leader, your prayer warriors, they were not graduates. You were not looking for graduates, but immediately you build the church and they build it, it become a mansion. They will begin to look. Choir master must be a graduate to speak good English. Prayer warriors must be good, must speak. There must be prophet. There must be graduates. But when you they start, they no be graduate. You no need graduate until you start to finish. Those people will be poor, will no go school, but the God bless them with mouth to sing, mouth to pray. You go carry them, dump them. Maybe you go send them for one village, and there they good for. They no good to stay in the auditorium where air condition they again. That is evil. I call. Wake up. Wake up. We continue.
Take your volume.
Yes. My volume is on the highest.
So do you have earphone? So you don't need to, come close to the phone.
Well, okay. Talk. I'm going to crew myself. I think your face is a bit far away from your microphone. That's what the problem is.
No. My microphone is very close to me.
Okay, I can hear you, Simon. Just keep talking.
All right. Okay. So now, I like the fact that you have presented this thing, very objectively. But let me answer some of the questions, because you said you don't know why the government are not enforcing these laws, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let us go to the Declaration of 1989. Are you aware? Do you know about that?
Well, there was an Islamic conference in Abuja where an intention was expressed to advance the cause of Islam across Nigeria. If I may add, you see,
I can put it on. I can put the resolution on the screen, and we can read it.
No. I am aware of what you're talking about. I think it's a whole. It will take a whole textbook to explain to people what has been happening to certain sections of the country since 2015. The declaration you're talking about pales in comparison to a certain declaration Mr. Buhari himself made in Washington, D.C. at the Washington Press Club Center. I was there. He said it. It's there. You can Google it and give it your audience. But everybody knows about it. He said he's not going to treat those who gave him 97% vote. Those who gave him 5% vote, the way he would treat those that gave him 95% vote. It's a declaration of war against Nigerians. Your president declared war on you because you gave him 5% vote. That's more dangerous than even the Abuja Declaration. He wasn't the one that did it.
You don't get the message. So when somebody come and tell you, hey, hallelujah, Tinubu have reintegrated, signed to reintegrate Igbo into Nigeria. Look at the kind of mentality and the speech that somebody will get out to come and tell you. You want to reintegrate me into my own land. When we tell you that you were never part of Nigeria, you don't want to agree. All this reintegration, reaffirmation, recolonization, recolonization, rebringization has been going on. Peace, peace, peace. And they said you have a country. Those that believe in one Nigeria, if you were one Nigeria, why do you need to get reintegrated into Nigeria? If you have been part of Nigeria, why do you need to get reintegrated? Why are they not integrating Sokoto? Why are they not reintegrating Funanis? Why are they not reintegrating Hausas? Why are they not reintegrating Yorubas? Why are they not even reintegrating any other person? They are reintegrating you. Niger Delta, you remember now, we claim Obasanjo creation. Anybody who know the one, anybody enter, he go come create. Today, Tinubu don't enter, he want create his own. And some foolish people are eagerly waiting, demanding to get. Anioma is a good country. Anioma will be a good. Just imagine what you people are saying. Anioma. Tomorrow now, after creating an Neoma, they will carry some people from the so-called Edo State, carry some people from the so-called Delta, maybe carry some people from Benue, and they join together. Tomorrow, those from Delta will tell you, no, me, I'm not from Delta. Now, them name you even Delta, you don't deny them. Delta, now today, the same reason why they tell you, you know people, oh, one Igbo, you be one Igbo. Even on each they call me Moji. They use diversity, divert our brain. We just they behave like the cows we would eat. Do you know that Funanis do not eat cow? You don't know. Do you know that these people don't eat the cow? That is why when you see them messing up with the cows, you will understand what they're doing. They know they eat cow. They know they eat that suya where they say give you. They know they eat that. They don't eat cow. Go and read their history. From beginning, that they say cow, kill and give you, kill them for you, sell them for you, breed them for you, create the cow, put their waiting rubbish inside the cow. They do not eat the cow. Go and find out. Madam Mary exposed this. I was so shocked from the history she read. They don't eat cows. Shocker. They know they eat cow. I foresee. Because I know them. That means they purposely they do all those things when you see them, they create a cow. Now for them to defile and make you they eat. You see the people where you say one Nigeria. Continue, my PM.
But this is your president saying, I'm not going to treat you the same way I'll treat the others that voted for me. He did a declaration on civil war. I'll call it a low-intensity civil war being conducted against a certain section of Nigerians just because of the way they voted. So everything that is happening is keyed into how a certain section of the country is perceived by the presidency. It's not the other way around. I have had people saying there's some hatred for the presidency because it's Fulani-led. I mean, hatred from the former Eastern Nigeria. No. The former Eastern Nigeria voted for Shagari. Shagari was Fulani. The former Eastern Nigeria voted for Yaradua. Yaradua was Fulani. So I really don't know why they are saying that. It is the presidency itself, the sort of policy it's conducting, the policy of discrimination against a certain part, and a very important certain part, the breadbasket of the federation. Listen, Simon, a few days ago, I think it was 3 or 4 days ago, there was a tweet I made about the $308 million Abacha loot that was recovered from the state of the Channel Islands of JC. It was widely reported by BBC and Yahoo News, and coming from the voice of the man who recovered this Abacha loot for Nigerians, the Swiss lawyer. The Channel Islands of JC only agreed, they used the word only, agreed to return that $308 million on the condition that a portion of it will be applied to funding the second Niger bridge. Of course, there were other two projects there, but they singled out the second Niger bridge. They made it a condition. The reportage of the news used the word condition. The Nigerian government, they said only, and that was when they agreed to return the money. We did that, and lo and behold, there is this section of Nigerians, characters, I don't know where they came from. They descended on my Twitter handle, trolling me, calling me all kinds of names. Then I gave them the other one. When the president of Nigeria asked the World Bank to concentrate on the north, because they were asking why would the Channel Island of Jersey get involved in Nigerian domestic public policy. I now told them why. And everybody shut up, because the president went to World Bank and said, concentrate on in the north. And the World Bank found it funny. Why is this president telling us to concentrate in a certain section of his country? And incidentally, that's where he came from. You see, so this is public policy that has gone berserk against a certain section of the country, and it affects every decision that is being made in the villa. Whether a certain section of the country deserves protection or not is influenced by bias against that section. Whether they deserve a place in the security leadership of the country is influenced by bias, discrimination, and nepotism. So this is what is at the root of the problem. So the declaration you're talking about, which goes to the issue of Sharia, of course, it's there. But you see, now that you're in governance, why are you bringing all of that when you know that Nigeria is a secular state? So this is what is causing these problems. And then you have people who are supposed to have a very good understanding of the law, and they really don't have that understanding of the law. So when you say it, when you propound the law and publish it, instead of trying to understand where you're coming from, they begin to attack you. Okay, take for instance, the law on self-determination. A lot of Nigerians, including those that lead us, don't know that self-determination is guaranteed under Nigerian law. It's protected. It's, they tell you, oh, it's African.
Are you listening? When to law that is law, truly law, not all these lawyers where they do under Ukumango. This is lawyers that interact from offices. And when you see the offices, say the offices in offices. Say some lawyers now from under tree that they interact. They know they enter house. Because their juju be say if they do talk from inside the house, their juju go expire. So that they always talk from, even if they did their mansion, their house, now from under tree that they talk. If they there for court, they go look for under mango tree. So let us continue.
No, Nigeria domesticated it in 1983. So it became a Nigerian law. You go there, is in cap A9. Laws of Federation of Nigeria. You go to Article 20 and Article 1 and read it. People have the right to self-determination, but when they do express that right, you call it treason. That means you don't know the laws of your nation. You are the one enforcing the law, but you don't know the law. You call it treason, and either you hold them before cause or you unleash the army on them. So this is what is going on. So for as long as we continue this way, and we refuse to do the right thing from the very top, you are going to continue to have a disquiet in this country, and there's nothing you can do about it. Human beings love freedom. The spirit of freedom is like a body of water. It has quite a force. It's a force of nature. You can't stop it. So you can only stop it through justice. If you give people justice, well, they say, okay, fine. I can afford to give up a little bit of my freedom because you gave me justice. That is what is happening in the United States. We copied their constitution, but we're not implementing it the way they are implementing it in the United States. In the US, they curtail some of your freedoms in return for welfare, justice, and fair play. So they tell you where there are some things you cannot do, but there are things these other things you can do without any let or hindrance. So you got to balance it out. So when you try to put people in a box where you are serially denying them justice, they are going to break loose one day, and you are not going to be able to catch anybody. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And that's exactly what we have done. We have broken loose, and they are not going to catch us. Now, thank you.
Like that expression?
Yes, that's exactly what is happening now. And you know why I make reference to the 1989 declaration is because this is that the content of that, the wordings of that declaration has been implemented completely. The issue of putting the Muslims in a strategic and in a strategic positions has been implemented 100% in this regime. And then there is something that people don't know. So when you see the Fulanis killing people, it is not just about the grazing. It is not just about cows. It is about the implementation of 1989 declaration, followed by the 1990. Now, there is something that people don't know. Barrister Aloy, do you know something called?
Yes.
Do you know something called sukuk? Sorry.
The what?
There is something called sukuk.
Okay, sukuk.
Yes, sukuk. You know about it, right?
Yeah, it's some kind of Islamic funding, right?
Yeah. Do you know what has happened in Nigeria? You know, a lot of people don't know what is going on. Do you know that part of Nigeria road now has been taken over by sukuk? Are you aware of that?
I'm aware. When I apply the highways, I see some construction work going on, and I see a signpost that says sukuk funded.
Good. Now,
yeah, sukuk.
Now it is the implementation of the same 1989. So, you know, people should begin to pay attention and don't overlook the 1989 declaration. It is the implementation, and the only people that could implement it is this particular government. Now, I am going to bring the sukuk now to the screen. One moment. Now, I am glad that you acknowledge the fact that when you drive on the road of Nigeria, you'll be seeing this signpost. Is it the same signpost? Barrister Aloy, did you see the signpost? Is it the same signpost?
Yes.
Good. Now, a lot of Nigeria don't know what is going on here.
I can see it.
Yeah, what is going on in this? What is going on in this sukuk, or what is the sukuk? Is that the implementation of the 1989 declaration is that, you know, they are going to take over Nigeria through hostility, through terrorism, through open grazing, and every other things that. Now, what is happening here now, for people that know, we are going to do a very big exposition on this particular sukuk. Now, what they are doing now is that I am going to bring the agreement. I'm going to show you now the agreement of this sukuk. The agreement says, when the government cannot refund this money, the property in which the money was approved automatically becomes the property of the people that now funded that particular project through this sukuk. And who are there? Saudi Arabia. Now, what it means here is that as we are talking about Fulani, We are talking about Fulani not taking over your land. Your road already belonged to Islamic State. Because the loan that was taken to build the road was so huge on purpose, was so huge, and they will not be able to pay the money back. Now, this thing says that if the government refuses,
and it has not finished though. The borrowing continued since that many years. Borrowing have continued. Listen, you just saying that we don't need that Nigeria rehabilitating, bringing your infrastructure. You want to come and build the train station in Igbo land. We don't need it. The money you borrowed, are you getting the message? When people now go through get the hammer and they go through get the way with them more. Now, almost all the roads in Nigeria are being sponsored by foreign countries and even China inclusively. Even your petroleum self, the oil well where the Nigeria own, they sponsored it with borrowed money. And this borrowed money have some things where strings where they attached to it. You they get the message? So when you go borrow this money finish, like they just go borrow the one on that where Samoa, they know. You know, one thing we say, Nigeria they busy there. Don't be surprised that Nigeria don't even know the meaning of the sukuk where they go involved with. They know they read the agreement. Their own is to borrow money. They borrow money to pay their senators, borrow money to buy SUV, they borrow money to do house allowance, they borrow money to buy private jet. Buhari no be 3 months or be 2 months where you want to come out, you go buy yash boat, that special boat. I don't know what did he take and do. Where you want to can go. Now Funa don't. If I am now, you don't carry and go. This one don't enter. Very soon you go buy your own. Everything borrow. When we tell you that Nigeria has been sold offshore, now no understand offshore. The small remaining part, don't go to the fight now to take over. Are they pity for those fighting for one Nigeria without knowing the meaning of one Nigeria? To the point that the even road in Nigeria is not, because when you are not ready to pay, when we Nigeria pay their debt of 1970s, 1980s, 1990s finish, not to talk of 2000, when will they finish paying? And it's not that they borrowed, they have not been able to pay. It's not, if it had been that they have not been able to pay, it would have been a better a good thing to explain. But the ugly part of it is that they borrowed, they did not pay, they are not paying, they are not ready to pay, there is no means of paying, and they are now borrowing. That means if they borrowed like 100 trillion in the last years, today they are borrowing more 300 trillion or more hundreds of trillion. They are doubling the wahala every day. They double wahala. Oh, hey.
to pay the money or unable to pay the money, automatically this road now belongs to Islamic State. What are you going to do? So we need to, so Barrister Aloy, I'm gonna bring the document, like a little bit explanation about the contract, the wording of the contract, content of the contract, and what the contract say, because Nigerians don't know. So when we are focused on Fulani, these people already taking our road because they will never pay that loan. And the loan, like I said, the loan was taken on purpose and very huge loan. So people are seeing this sukuk funded by sukuk. They don't know what is going on. And but instead today, Ebonyi State today, every property, every infrastructure that is being built in Ebonyi State is on loan. It is not free of charge, on loan from Sukuk. So what it means is that the entire Ebonyi State is owned by Islamic State. Now, let me bring it because as I told
you. Now, if you remember, there was a video I made some time ago. I was asking people, be sure that Abia State OT is not borrowing the money he is using on those development of Abia. I don't talk because they borrow, una no go dey reason, una no go know. They no go tell you. By the time you will know, it don late. If they develop Abia, I am happy he's developing Abia, but be sure that he did not borrow the money and he is not borrowing the money. Let us be sure. Let us be sure. I don't talk am before. I made a video about it. I go find the video and I go repost them. Where are you done? They ask, is it not the same allowance allocation that Abia State OT got, that other Imo and Anambra are getting? Why are they not developing? I respond to that and you done. Tell them, say, I know sure, make we verify OT. Where is he getting this money from? Are you sure OT is not borrowing? Are you sure? If he is not borrowing, thank God for him. I love that. But if he is borrowing, you don't enter for line of one Nigeria. Let's continue.
that whatever we are going to do today is not our opinion, but it is going to be evidence based as usual. One moment.
Yes, Simon.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. The concept of Islamic banking or Islamic finance is something that perhaps I'd like to talk about another day.
Yes,
it's a very complex issue.
Yes.
I think
it's very complex.
This whole thing started when Sanusi was the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, when they decided to establish Jazz Bank in Abuja. So it has a history, a checkered history. I think it's a topic I'd like to handle another day because it's a little bit more complicated than something that can be handled right now.
Exactly.
What I'd like to comment on is the impact of all of this on our Nigerian constitution. Nigeria is a secular state. It's declared there in black letters. It's a secular state. So whatever the federal government is doing, it must make sure that it falls under the purview of this secularity. So if the sukuk is violative of the secularity of Nigeria, then it shouldn't have a place in our society. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is exactly as far as I can go. But you see, this is a government that has been in serial breach of the Constitution since 2015. If you go to Section 214, subsection 1 of the Constitution, it says that there shall be a police force for the Federation of Nigeria. There shall be only one police force, and no state shall establish a police force. But yet, at least 12 states in northern Nigeria have established their own state police. It's called Hizbah. They established their own police. But the Constitution says they shouldn't.
Are you getting it? Almost all the northern states have their own police. And therefore, listen, I don't know why some people still they deceive themselves. All these people in the name of senators and governors, I don't know why you are deceiving yourself in the name of one country. They have their police since how many years ago? Now it is their army. They now have their own army. And somebody give the miss there. They claim one Nigeria. You have your own Biafran police. You have your Yoruba police. You have your Yoruba army. When we are educating you, you know go one listen because you feel you know better. Your knowledge is as useless as monkey knowledge. You know monkey? Go and watch monkey. Monkey sabi everything. Put a small rope for neck, monkey no go comot am. He go carry that rope for all in life. Tie am for just small rope, put am there, tie am for stick. He go stay there. But to do every other thing monkey sabi, to comot that small rope, you no sabi. If he tie another person, monkey go free that person. But make him free himself now for where? Now it be those people when you dey see, where they fight for one Nigeria, where they no even understand wetin be one Nigeria, where they fight for. One Nigeria wey be say you get local government is like Sharia law local government area in some part of Nigeria. You get Sharia law police, you get Sharia law army, you get Sharia law local government, you get Sharia law administrators. And did you know the ugly part of it? Who are the sponsors or financiers of all this Sharia law, police, army, this? The same, your oil, they are using it to finance them, and you don't even care. Yoruba get oil for Ogun State is part of the means they are using to finance this Hizbah police and army. Sharia army, Sharia local government, because those people working there get paid. And they get better pay, the better salary than you when they work for Nigerian police and army, when they come Biafra and they can't die for nothing. They get better pay the more than you Ajero and the labor where they clamor for 60,000 naira allowance minimum wage. That they pay them good salary. Do you see them protest? Listen to educative voices and get educated.
And you're not doing anything about it. It's tantamount to secession. It's violation of the Constitution. And guess what? 2 days ago, this is Hizbah police, the state police, arrested a federal police officer for buying beer or drinking beer somewhere in Kano. That's number one. Number two, the Constitution says that appointments to federal offices, especially in
Watson, I know say hey, you are not defending him. How you believe say somebody can enter government? Because they use their own money to build they build up their state. You believe that one? If they use his children money, yes, his children are billionaires. We know that one. Oti is mad. Oti no need. If you tell me that Oti said he don't need even his salary, in the sacrifice his salary to build Abia, that one good. But when he tell me say in the take from his own purse to build Abia, I no go agree that one. No, I am not against him building Abia. I love what he's doing. Honestly, I love what he's doing. But my own is that let it not be that he is borrowing. As for what he's doing, he is doing marvelous job in Abia. He's doing marvelously. I love what he's doing. But my prayer is that it should not be borrowed money. That's the only place where me I stand.
Security should reflect federal character and should not be dominated by officials from certain section of the country. But this very government since 2015 has been doing exactly the opposite. A certain section of the country or certain sections have been stubbornly excluded from the security leadership of Nigeria and from commanding heights of the federal government, especially in oil and gas, where even that those two sections, the former Eastern Nigeria, is the mainstay. They are laying the golden egg. They are the breadbasket of the nation. But since 2015, you excluded them from leading the oil industry, and you're concentrating the leadership in a certain section. That is a flagrant violation of the Constitution. You know, at the beginning of this show, I told you I'd be coming from the legalese, from the
Exactly.
legalities.
Yes.
So that's where I'm coming from. So you're looking at so many situations where this government since 2015 has been engaged in systematic breach of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is my problem. Okay, look at somebody like Yele Sowore, publisher of Sahara Reporters. They have him in court for treason. But the man you call Buhari committed treason, I think, in 1983. A high-ranking military officer overthrew a democratically elected government. And Nigerians later forgave him through an indemnity act that the military itself wrote into the Constitution. It's possible for anybody to try him. But at least, if you're a man of conscience, you shouldn't be trying a civilian for treason just because he dared to organize a few people for a protest in Abuja. How can these people sleep at night? So this is what we have as problems in this country. If you don't address them and address them quickly, you're going to have very big problems in your hands, even before the nation breaks up, because it's really heading to breaking up. That's what is going on here, because nobody is going to accept the overlordship of one tribe against or over the other in this country. It's impossible. Not the Igbo man, not the Yoruba man. Nobody will accept it. It's impossible. So since the government is really centered on creating some kind of an atmosphere for a certain section of the country, ethnic group, to be supreme masters of the land, oh, come on. It's impossible. So it's leading Nigeria to one destination only, which is to break up. So instead of stoking all these things and more of stoking violence and pushing the country to a precipice where you have an implosion, why don't you get people together and say, hey, let us have a referendum and see who wants to stay and who wants to get out? Why are you afraid of referendum? Is it because you think it's going to be carried? Is it because you know you are doing the wrong things? Or for what? Referendum is not illegal. Why are you afraid of it? If it's illegal, you wouldn't have a place in the Constitution. It was referendum, otherwise known as plebiscite, that created the Midwest of Nigeria out of former Western Nigeria, I think in 1963. It was referendum that brought the former Sadano province of Cameroon into Nigeria, what we know as Adamawa State today, and Pastor Taraba. And that's, if you didn't do that, Atiku, who says he wants to be president in 2023, will not be running for president of Nigeria, he'll be running for president of Cameroon. Because this section of the country was part of Cameroon, I think, until 1961, October. I'm not very sure about the month. So it's referendum. It's also called plebiscite. And it was the same measure through which a certain section of Nigeria went into Cameroon. Nigeria used to have a political party called NCNC, National Council of Nigerians and Cameroonians. When that section of Nigeria went into Cameroon, they didn't change the acronym. They retained NCNC, but they now changed to National Council of Nigerian Citizens, led by Zik. People should know this. Nobody was killed. Nobody had to die. Cameroonian army did not massacring people because of referendum on Nigerian army of the time. Why is the present regime, why does he see red once you say referendum? Referendum is legal. It's constitutional. It's a political process through which you can determine the willingness of certain parts of a society to belong to the whole. They do it in Europe. Scottish referendum is somewhere around the corner again. The last time it was done, the independence request for referendum was defeated by about 5. If it's carried now, then the Scots will become independent. The British Army doesn't have to go and kill all of them for that.
I think we can't hear you again. Is it the network? Is it the network? Pastor Aloy? I cannot hear you again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes. Again, I can't hear you. Again, I can't hear you again.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yes. So the gist of what I'm saying is there is nothing wrong with referendum. It's not illegal. It's not unconstitutional. And there is nowhere in the Nigerian constitution where you have a provision that says that if you demand for referendum, you're committing a criminal offense. It's not in the Nigerian Penal Code. It's not in the Nigerian Criminal Code either. It's a political process that requires people to say, that's all. So nobody is committing an offense requesting for referendum. Pure and simple. It's an expression of self-determination that is also guaranteed under your own laws, laws of Federation of Nigeria that I had given before. So these are the things, these are the issues that I like to talk about. I'm sorry if I disappointed you, being very legalistic, but you see, special counsel to the indigenous people of Biafra, or
yes, I know.
I was going to say the Indigenous People's Republic of Biafra. Wow. That's okay. So as special counsel to the IPOB, I think it's my duty to go that way so that those that have questions in their minds as to what is legal or what is not, would have answers to their questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Barrister Aloy.
Can I exit now?
Yeah, wow, yeah, I think you can, because I am about to do something with the sukuk.
Okay. All right. I think I will exit now. Some other time you can call me about the sukuk. I think I would like to get some materials on sukuk before I can come back and talk about it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Let me know, and I'm sure it will be a very interesting topic for your audience. But
yes.
I want to talk about it from the standpoint of having all the information.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Barrister Aloy. I'm going to have you again, and very soon.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure having you. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Yes.
Have a good evening from Nigeria.
And you too. And you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes, that was our own Barrister Aloy Ejimako, the special counsel to the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, a lot of you have been schooled this evening about the legality of self-defending yourself or self-defending yourself. He said, when Fulani comes to kill you, make sure you use the exact force he wants to use to kill you. If it is AK-47, apply a force, equal to AK-47. If you come with a RPG, apply a force equal to RPG. If you come with a den gun, apply a force equal to den gun. If it is cutlass, apply the force that is equal to the cutlass. Now, we have done that. One thing I want to let you know today is that the implementation of Abuja Declaration in 1989. 1989 is that the declaration was made to take over Nigeria and turn you in the south into Islamic State. The implementation of that declaration is now we continue the exposition. Now, for those of you who have been seeing the sign in different roads, you see a sign like this. This sign is all over Nigeria. This sign is all over Nigeria road. In major state, major road, you see the sign I'm about to show you now. One moment. And you know the name of the Islamic bond, or whatever they call it, is sukuk. Sukuk. And when you see the sukuk, they tell you that when you borrow money from sukuk, you are not going to pay interest. That's what they used to deceive your politicians. That when you borrow money, when you take loan from the sukuk, the loan, you are not going to pay interest in that loan. And that is what people like the Mohammed Omahi of Ebonyi State is using. And all of them have borrowed from Sukuk Bank or Sukuk Bond or whatever they call it. And once they are not able to pay the money, everything built with that money belong to Islamic State, Sharia country. Now I am still trying to, now here we go. One moment. One moment. We are starting. Sorry. I don't know whether that is the Buhari system, you know, the Buhari system. Let us refresh and see. Please, one moment. We have to go. I think we have to go on break. We have to go on break.
Colonel Simon Wakwe, Commander, 56th Brigade, Nkedina Lochukwu, Simon Okemili Nebuokwe, Simon Okuna Bozala, Simon Bo, Atakata Abwesia. Hey!
Attention, attention. IPOB
into all of them. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Now, return to investors. Return on Sukuk increase in value when the underlying asset increase in value. When you sell Sukuk, you are selling ownership in the asset, backing them. In case of issuers default, Sukuk holders will possess the asset and they can sell it to other buyers or keep it as an asset. Now, did you hear it? When you fail or when you fail to meet the demand and the agreement on this sukuk, they have the right, in case of issuer's default, sukuk holders will possess the asset and they can sell it to other buyers or keep it as an asset. The initial investment principal isn't guaranteed, as the sukuk holder may or may not get back the entire principal face value amount, because sukuk holder share the risk loss of the underlying asset. Sukuk holders are entitled to share in the revenue generated by the sukuk asset, as well as being entitled to share in the proceed of realization of sukuk asset. Sukuk is a hybrid instrument in that it combines both equity share in ownership of underlying asset project and debt features, fixed periodic payment, coupon payment. Now, you people don't understand what is going on. What is going on here is that almost all the people that are taking loans from sukuk most of them have shares there. So they are mortgaging your future. They are mortgaging the future of your children to Islamic State. To Islamic State. One moment. Now they tell you who can invest in sukuk. Household, individuals and family, local and foreign resident. Now all your governors are now investing in sukuk. All your governors. They park your money, they put it here, they are protecting one Nigeria because they think that their business is gone. Now let me go to the risk. Some of the varied risks that can affect sukuk include interest rate risk. Sukuk certificates are exposed indirectly to interest rate fluctuation. Investment profit is tied to benchmarked interest rate, and most sukuk issue have fixed payment. Choose. When the market interest rate rises, sukuk value drops. Liquidity risk. Sukuk certificates tend to be held until maturity due to the absence of well-structured and sufficient liquid secondary market. Sharia negligence risk. A risk of loss of asset value resulting from failure, negligence of issuer to adhere with the rules and the principles of Sharia throughout the duration of sukuk issuance. Now, do you hear that? Sharia negligent risk. They say you are going to lose this asset, a risk of loss of asset value resulting from failure, negligence of issuer to adhere with the rules and the principles of Sharia throughout the duration of sukuk issuance. Credit risk. Adverse change in market rate. Asset risk. Loss, damage of underlying asset. Default risk. This is risk related to ability and the desirability of the buyer, debtor, to pay the debt as when due. It involves the probability that an asset or loan becomes incoverable due to the default or delay in settlement. It also relates to delivery of substandard goods, project, delay by supplier, or as against the contract specification. Now, let us go to what is sovereignty, or let us not go to there, let us go to the risk. Now, they tell you who are the participants in the Nigeria sukuk market. The general participant in the sukuk market in Nigeria include sovereigns, subnations, corporate bodies, supranational international finance institutions, Sharia advisors, stockbrokers, issuing houses, solicitors, underwriters, trustees, fund managers, rating agencies, bank, auditors, and what have you. Now, what in all this, what you should understand is that when the government of Nigeria is unable to pay this loan, they take the road. The road you'll be driving your car in Nigeria will then belong to Islamic State. Have you seen it? And they are not going to pay the money. They are not going to pay the money. How can they pay the money? They will not pay the money because they are not going to pay the money on purpose. So that the Islamic countries, which is Saudi Arabia, that is funding this sukuk or giving the money for this sukuk, will now come and take over the land, over your road, built with the sukuk money. And I am telling you now, everything you see today in Ebonyi State is not falling from heaven. Omahi is not bringing the money from tree. Omahi is taking the loan from sukuk. And when the next, if of course Nigeria can never be country, so I will not say the next governor. But now, if Nigeria refuse to pay this loan now, it means they will now come and take positions of those properties, those infrastructures, those structures that Omahi is raising in Ebonyi State. They will come and take over it. They can turn it to whatever they want. They can close the road in Ebonyi State and tell you you have to be paying toll gate to be able to make their money. Somebody say cannot join my broadcast, but is commenting here. So, have you seen it now? I am calling on our Yorubas, our Igbos, our Middle Belt, our riverine brothers, our Southern Nigeria, our Middle Belt. Everybody must wake up now and begin to ask questions about sukuk. The governors, what they tell you is that there is no, you don't pay interest. There is no interest in the sukuk. If they want to give us the money, we will take it. There is no interest. That I have watched a video where the Mohammed Omahi of Ebonyi State was saying that if the money is coming free of charge, we are going to take it. And he is taking it. Other governors are taking it. The federal government are taking it. They have taken over entire southern Nigeria. So when they are fighting you with the people in the forest, they are using this financial institution to also conquer you. If you don't know that, why would Nigeria be borrowing money with all the money coming from petroleum? All the money coming from crude oil. Why would Nigeria go and start borrowing money to build road? Now, remember that every material needed to build road, you have it. You have limestone, you have clay, you have whatever, everything you need to build road in Nigeria. You are not going to import them. Ordinarily, you are not supposed to import anything. You have cement, you have concrete, you have everything in Nigeria. Each state you have limestone. Each state you have everything. But they have to borrow money. They have to borrow money. That is how stupid they are. They have to borrow money from Islamic country. They have to borrow money from sukuk to build road when they have the raw materials, everything in the country. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you now, one moment. So as our Oduduwa brothers are waking up, we have to be supporting them. I want you to listen to this. And those who understand Yoruba can translate.
Ọba ìlú yẹn ó ní ọba aṣáwó tìlú ayétẹ wọ́n ti pariwo fún gọfúnà Ṣèyí Mákindé o gọfúnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ò ṣe nǹkan kan sí ìgbésí yìí o kódà wọ́n pe commissioner of police wọ́n lọ rí PRO nídìísí òun ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan pa ẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá kankan ò yọjú o kò sọ ọlọ́pàá kankan tó yọjú rárá nísìn ìlú Kájọlà ó ti tú gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ará abúlé bẹ̀ ti sá lọ àwọn Fúlàní ni wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ni wọ́n kú gbogbo abúlé yẹn sìn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni gbàǹgbà ayé gbàǹgbà ìdèrè ibẹ̀ náà ti tú àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń gbé bẹ̀ ṣé bí Yorùbá tiẹ̀ sọ pé èèyàn kì í gbé lé ẹni kó fọrùn rọ́ ni wọ́n ti lé wọn kúrò nílùú ìlú wọn o ibi tí wọ́n bí wọn sí nìyẹn wọ́n ti lé Fúlàní ti lé wọn kúrò ń bẹ̀ o lẹ́sẹ̀ nídìí kẹ́ ẹ bá mi ṣí àfijọ́ pàápàá jùlọ ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá lọ́yọ̀ state ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá dẹ̀ mọ àwọn tí wọ́n lè rí gọ́fúnà wọ́n ti pe gọ́fúnà títí tí gọ́fúnà kọ́ kò gbé kọ́ lu etí ẹ̀ dín nísìn mo sọ́ọ̀rì láti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o kò ríran nísìn nígbà tí àwọn Fúlàní ń pa Yorùbá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ sí láyé tẹ̀ kò gọ́fúnà yín ò tí ì rí gọ́fúnà Ọ̀yọ́ state ò tí ì rí kò gbọ́ ó sì gbà tí ẹ bá wá rí ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pa wọ́n nísìn tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pa àwọn Fúlàní yẹn ìgbà yẹn ni gọ́fúnà yẹn máa wá ṣe broadcast kan kiri sìn ẹ bá wá pé gọ́fúnà wọn o láti ìjẹta látijọ́ Friday àwọn ará abúlé yẹn ò tó gbèlú wọn mọ́ gbogbo oko wọn gbogbo ẹni Fúlàní ti gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn ìlú Kájọlà àti gbàgbà ìdèrè ibi méjèèjì Fúlàní ti gbà o ẹnìkan dẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ tó tó lórí wọn tó tó lórí àwọn Fúlàní tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lọ ṣẹ́ẹ̀lì wọn bẹ̀ ìgbà ẹni pírẹsidẹ́ǹtì máa rí kí ló ṣe kí ló dé nínú ìlú wa àwọn olórí wa dẹ̀.
And they need to chase them away. You need to chase them away. It has to be done. It has to be done. As we remember, this does not in any way stop the disintegration of Nigeria. We have to first of all chase the terrorists away from our land before we talk about freedom. Otherwise, they're going to kill us all as you are fighting for your freedom. Now, I want you to also listen to this. One moment.
Wa pẹ̀lú àwọn Fúlàní àwa Yorùbá.
Wa pẹ̀lú Fúlàní.
I'm not going to play the entire video. I'm going to play just a few minutes so that you people know. I just want to prove to you that our Yoruba brothers are now awake and there is no going back. So I'm going to play this video and you know what I'm talking about.
Àbáṣepọ̀ wa pẹ̀lú àwọn Fúlàní àwa Yorùbá kí ni àbáṣepọ̀ wa pẹ̀lú àwọn Fúlàní?
Ẹ ṣé àjọṣepọ̀ wa pẹ̀lú Fúlàní ó dàbí omi àti kí ni mo lè pè nǹkan tó yẹ pé nǹkan tí ò lè mix together ṣé rí Fúlàní ti wà ní wa ti pẹ́ kì í ṣe èyí kì í ṣàná wọ́n ti wà 100 years ago látòrí Àfọ̀njá the first person tó kó bá Yorùbá ó ní Àfọ̀njá Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò Ọ̀yọ́ nígbà yẹn Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò Àfọ̀njá olóṣè ọ̀tẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Aláàfin láti lé Aláàfin kúrò lórí oyè ló ṣe invite Álímì dẹran dé Ìlọrin ni ó lè gbà láàyè pé kó máa dẹran ẹ̀ ní kọ́nà kan so òun àtàláàfin dẹ̀ ní wàhálà ó dẹ̀ wò pé kò fẹ́ yanjú Aláàfin torí ẹrù Aláàfin ń bà k'Aláàfin má kà mọ́bẹ̀ yẹn ó ní láti pe Álímì pé kó bá wọn ránṣẹ́ sáwọn ọmọ ogun ẹ̀ ní Sókótó láti wá gbìjà o
ìyẹn náà dẹ̀ ránṣẹ́ sí àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ láti Sókótó ọlọ́kọ̀ọ́jú ìjàmbá Aláàfin wọ́n lé Aláàfin kúrò wọ́n pa gbogbo wọn lọ́yọ̀ọ́ wọ́n kọ́ńkà Ọ̀yọ́ wọ́n padà sí Ìlọrin ọmọ so Álímì máa ń fi wọn jagun kiri létà àgbà tí òṣogun mọ́ kò sí nǹkan táwọn yẹn fẹ́ ṣe Álímì máa ń fún wọn lówó létà wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jalè wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rè gbogbo tá à ń ṣe ní ìsàn ti ṣe láyé ìgbà yẹn so ọwọ́ Álímì ò ká wọn mọ́ gbàgbọ́ Álímì wá pé àbí tí ọwọ́ Àfọ̀njá ò ká wọn mọ́ gbàgbọ́ Àfọ̀njá wá pé Álímì pé kó kọ́ṣọ̀nà àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wípé òun máa lé wọn dànù pé kíní kan wọn á wò pé kó tó di pé Àfọ̀njá dojú ìjà kọ àwọn dojú ìjà kọ Àfọ̀njá ni so wọ́n ṣe gba Ìlọrin mọ́ Àfọ̀njá lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn olófà tí Fúlàní fi ń jẹ ọba ní Ìlọrin títí di èyí kì í ṣe Yorùbá ló ń jọba ní Ìlọrin o ní gbogbo Kwara délé tó ti jọba ní tí Yorùbá ti jọba ní Ọ̀fà lọ sí òkè lẹ́yìn ṣe láti Ìlọrin wá sí ọ̀nà kí ló lọ́kọjá Haúsá ló jọba nílẹ̀ Yorùbá so àwọn Fúlàní kan dẹ̀ wà.
Rashidi Moshood, you saw a program. Instead of you to learn, you are asking, is this program live? And there's somebody have responded to you. Join the program that is live. You are still asking, is this program live? Learn, you answer the Rashid. That means from your name, you are Yoruba. Listen to what they are saying. Do you know about what they are saying? If you know what they are saying, tell us they are saying the truth. Tell us they are saying the lie. Tell us. Not coming to ask. This is our mentality of asking, is it live? Is it? It doesn't matter. If even most of the things MKO Abiola that died said today, you need to listen to them and learn. What Fela said, you listen and learn. What Luther King, all of them. No knowledge, no get any place where you go reach, make you say you don't learn, finish. Even this particular video, if you listen to it tomorrow, you will get another dimension of knowledge from that same video. So it doesn't matter if it is live or not, my brother. Only listen and learn. Period. Ndewo, we move.
Bóyá wípé àti ròpọ̀ mọ́ra bóyá fi ọmọ wa ní bóyá wà fọmọ wọn tàbí wọ́n ti wà bóyá bí 100 years 200 torí àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé ti wà ní àárín wa for 200 years. Fúlàní yàtọ̀ sàwúsá so àwọn yẹn ti wà so nísìnyí tọ́jú ìwà wọn tó ń wù ìwọ̀n òṣèṣẹ́ máa wù torí wípé wọ́n rí wípé Yorùbá number 1 Yorùbá máa ń gbàlejò mọ́ra number 2 Yorùbá ò ní a máa ń dìtẹ̀ ara wa o a máa ń jẹra wa lẹ́sẹ̀ but Yorùbá ló dáa jù ṣùgbọ́n Yorùbá ẹnu Yorùbá ò kò Yorùbá ẹnu wa ò kò Yorùbá ní tó dẹnu wa bá kò báwo làwọn kan ṣe máa wá látòkè kan láti wá gbógun tì wá.
If you don't know what is coming to you, what this man is going to say now is what is coming to you.
Look, with a benefit of what has happened in my state, a similar program of a Ruga settlement was not called Ruga in 1987. The government approved land that was taken from the natives in Zangon Kataf and Kachia local government and created a grazing reserve. And they call it Kachia Grazing Reserve. By 1990, it was changed to Laduga Grazing Reserve. And Laduga is a Fulani ward. And today, as I'm talking, it was an initial landmass of 30 hectares of land that was taken from the natives, no compensation. And up to now, no single native that is there that can even go there. If you go, you cannot even enter that place as a native. And huge development is taking place. Big buildings, big hospitals. You don't even know what is going on there in Laduga. And it has been surreptitiously increased in size to 70,000 hectares. And so if we have this Ladoga
70,000 or 70? 70,000.
70,000.
It means it was 30,000 as taken initially.
From 30,000, it has been increased to 70,000, and it is still there. So there is the plan is to replicate this Ladoga model all over the nation, thereby changing democracy, the political democracy, the demography, the economic demography, the social demography, the cultural demography of a people all over the nation, and Fulanize every place in the nation.
There's a fee.
Did you hear that word? Did you hear that word? Fulanize every place in the nation. Did you hear that? The man said, Fulanized every place in the nation. Let us watch it again.
The demography, the economic demography, the social demography, the cultural demography of a people all over the nation, and Fulanize every place in the nation.
And Fulanize every place in the nation.
These are fears that you.
He did not say funalize everywhere in the north too. He did not say funalize everywhere in the north too. So Yorubas that are saying Omoigbo is your problem. Omoigbo is your problem. I wonder what Omoigbo has done to Yoruba that is the reason why Omoigbo is their problem. If Omoigbo has taken away a dime from you, if Omoigbo has by any means at all, even in the dream, forcefully taking anything from you, grab anything, carried out any form of land grabbing or ethnic cleansing, has there been any time in history that any Igbo group would try to Igbonize anybody? Has Igbo tried to Igbonize any community in anywhere? But in Yoruba land today, you have a Lauren that is Yoruba. Yoruba people are not even, they are afraid of saying anything in a Aloy. Today, it is Aloy, a beautiful city. It has been taken over by the Fulanese. Most places in Yoruba land, you have your, what do you call them, Oba now. You have Fulanese as your Oba. You have Fulanese as your Oba now. And yet, seeing all this, the same Fulanese made you to believe that Igbos are your problem. Why you are busy fighting the Igbos that are taking over your land? They are good in making you enemies to the people, to your servitors. They make you to hate those that will save you. They make you to chase away those that will be there to tell you, hey, look at what is coming up. So that when that thing will come to consume you, nobody will tell you, nobody will alert you, nobody will even help you out. They make sure they cut off everything so that you remain helplessly alone. And then they will come, they will devour you. Finalization of everything.
You have
these are fears. These are not only fears. This is something that is happening to me.
Yes.
I'm giving testimony.
Yes, this is something that you've seen.
This is something that we have seen happen in Kaduna State, in southern Kaduna.
This is the
and
fear.
we, the land of our people, we cannot get there. We cannot go to farm. We cannot. This is the land that was taken over from the people. It was not compensated for, and we cannot go there to farm. We have become second-class citizens in our own state, in our own country, and somebody is saying that it is fears, only fears. This is real. The fear is real.
Even being second-class citizen is even better. Being second-class citizen is even better. Our own is that we have been minused. That is why they call you minority. You are not included. You not that you are even 20th class citizen. You are not fit in any way. You have been minused. Abaribe is minused. Even Kano, Benjamin Kano, that is the so-called deputy rep, is minused. Hope Uzodinma is minused. Rochas Okrocha is minused. All of them are minused. And when I go dictionary, go check, what it be minority? They say minority is like this with this, these two things being together, then you separate this far away, and this is remaining alone. Before it is wash telephone, but now it is only telephone. So the watch has been minused. That is what it means. They don't remove you from inside it. You no follow for the cocoa again. Go and ask question. Wouldn't be minority. And you go see somebody proudly coming out to tell you, we the minority group, we from the minority, we from minority region. Shameless people everywhere. Shameless things everywhere. You know, give me Ken bag go flog many people, eh?
And the replication of this model all over the country, and the intent is real. We have IDPs scattered all over this country. Now it is rainy season. Several hundreds communities are living in the rain. They have living in the scorching sunshine. They are now living in the rain. They cannot get back to their farm. They will be starving. They don't have medication. And nobody has talked of establishing exclusively, you know, settlements for such category of citizens of the country, only to talk about Ruga, that the Ruga settlements will bring about peace between herders and farmers. How will it bring about peace between herders and farmers? And we are saying, even in the northwest region, there is a category that has been displaced in Katsina and Zamfara and other states of the core north by this armed banditry. And they are all IDPs. Within the country, nobody has thought of creating any settlements for such category of people. And we are talking about Ruga. So this program from the onset has some ulterior motive.
Did you hear that? I did not say it. We have been shouting about the flanization. You don't want to believe me. Did you hear somebody? He said he is a victim, that he is experiencing it. He is a victim, and he is not like saying it because he is afraid, or that he is contemplating, or he is assuming. He said it is happening to him in his place. And when we say polarization, how is it possible? I have just given you instances. I have just given you evidence-based analysis that in 1989 there was a declaration which has been implemented. Part of it, objective, have implemented 100%. I'm telling you now, there is something called sukuk. Almost all the politicians in the South are using the money from sukuk. And they borrow big money. They don't do the project. They don't even do the project at all. They borrow big money. And then the money they cannot pay back. And when they cannot pay back at the due time, at the specific, the due time when you're supposed to pay the money back, they will come and take over the land and the road. And this Islamization continues. We must stop them. We must stop them now. And the stopping them is by disintegrating Nigeria. Whatever money they borrowed, we have, now they say they are selling properties. They sell the properties, they will sell the properties, still they cannot fund one single project with the properties they are selling. They cannot fund one single project with all the money that they are selling in oil every year. All the money that is coming through oil cannot fund one single project. Every time they borrow, every time they go to China, every time they go to world.
Even this project we are talking about, let me ask a question. Which project? Yeah, our PM himself make mistake. Which project did they do? Which project have they financed? Building train stations in the north, building Niger Republic that Niger don't kick the come on. including Niger army, sponsoring them. Last, Niger don't cut the ties. No. All the money they borrowed, they are not paying. And they are still borrowing till tomorrow. Have you sit down to ask yourself, what are they doing with the money? Where are they pumping the money into? Is it in this thing they call trend? Trend, where did they push hand? One make I show you where did they push hand. Aeroplane, they don't even get aeroplane again. Aeroplane, they push hand. Trend, they push hand. I get the videos. I know if I see this kind of thing, I dey like keep am because I know say tomorrow e go enter one place.
Yeah, now push they push up. This na Lagos, so now the Molore way they say they don't commission. Maybe this Nigeria, you can never have it right. See, they push Molore for up. So that's how the train gonna go for road. The zone all lights go finish. They'll call the pusher like this. My guy, this country now zero. Dead on arrival.
As that one no do, watch another one. Only in Nigeria, you dey push train, you dey push aeroplane. That is the project they borrowed to sponsor. That is the project they borrowed to sponsor. Where they employ you to maybe be a clerk or load bags, or finally they push you into pushing aeroplane. Look at train.
Yeah, now push.
Look, pushing aeroplane, pushing train. This is the same project they are borrowing money to sponsor. And this train is supposed to be less than 1 year. They are pushing it. And if they tell you the money they borrowed to buy one train, they go use and buy original train where they fly for Europe, we go fly as I did for Spain now. I want go Germany, send a train I go fly into. Within 5 hours I did Germany. But see, they go use the money way past that one. Go, they do nothing for Nigeria. They push aeroplane, they push train. All in Yoruba land. I wonder whether the Igbo finance or sponsor on a project we make on a go push the train and push the aeroplane. Whether the Igbo man be the pilot, or Igbo man be aviation minister and the transport minister for this aeroplane and train where una they push. Whether the Igbo man una give money to go buy them. When we tell you that you are finished, una know they understand. Watch out again.
So now the Molore way. See, now push they push up. This na Lagos, so now the Molore way they say they don't commission. Maybe this Nigeria, you can never have it right. See, they push Molore for up. So that's how the train gonna go for road. The zone all lights go finish. They'll call the pusher like this. My guy, this country now zero. Dead on arrival.
I beg PM will continue.
The IMF, every time they go to World Bank, every time they borrow, and now they have channeled them. They are borrowing to Islamization of Nigeria by using your land as collateral, using your road as collateral, that if they cannot pay the money back, they are going to. Now tell me, what is the interest of the Islamic Bank giving you money to build your road? The money they know you are not going to pay back. What is their interest? What are they going to do? In this life, we are told that nothing is free. Nothing is free. They give you money to build your road. They say they don't take interest. So what is the interest? So what is the reason? So what are they getting for giving you road from Saudi Arabia? They say, we'll give you loan, build your road, build infrastructure, don't pay interest. What is it that is wrong with you people? You go and take loan, somebody tell you, say, don't pay interest. And they give you a specific time that you are going to pay that loan back. And once you don't pay it, they come and take possession of the property. What is wrong with you, black people? Of course, not all black people. I'm black. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Nobody in this life will give you a loan and say, don't pay interest. What kind of, and then when you talk, the governor will be defending, the minister will be defending. They say, we don't pay interest. It is good. We don't pay interest. Now, what exactly is the reason why somebody will now, focus on your country, pumping money into your country and say, don't pay interest? Because they know the people that are collecting the money are going to embezzle the money, and the road will not be built. The money will not be paid back, and they will come through the back door. Before you know, like it is happening everywhere. China, they learn it from China. They learn it from China. China have taken over some places in some of the Africa country. China have taken over some seaport. China have taken over some places in most of the Africa countries. So the Saudi Arabia now, Islamic sponsored bank, they have come to start where China stopped, because they know you are mumu. All of you are mumu. And on this note, I make this broadcast come to an end. Thank you for watching. We're going to continue tomorrow. And may God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa. May God bless you, the Middle Belt. May God bless Arewa. I will continue tomorrow. May God bless the IPOB worldwide. May God bless Mazinam Dikano. May God bless Oduduwa Republic. May God bless Sunday Igboho and all his supporters. May God bless all those who are going to pay money into the GoFundMe for Sunday Igboho and Co. May God bless you who always come here to share this gospel and make sure that the gospel goes to every crown of the earth. Bless you and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we may have our worship day. Whether it's going to be cultural worship or it's going to be our Bible study day, don't miss it. I'm not sure yet, but don't miss it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend and good night. Bless you.
You see, they will target what they call it. They will target Igbo protest now. That is why they are calling you to join. You don't understand. Now the fools will go join. Wait.
Of course, not our real anthem, but
okay. They are calling you to join so that they go tag your own protest, because they want use them. Bye. You understand? When NSAS they go on, Mazenam they can put more to support. They say that Mazenam they can push the violence. Why we see the Nigerian local send his police to hoodlums to go and attack people? Nobody is talking about it again. They now tell you that it's because they cannot inspire them. That was why. You see, now only fool go there. If you go there, anything you see, you take. Who send? Like our prime minister said, we are not supporting. But if you choose to go, you go. Anything you see, now you get. Now your own. Iranian who died yesterday. Who go become another president for Hanese? Since he don't become who carry the president, they even reach 2 years again. May God have mercy. No, I know they laugh Iwanyanwu. I they laugh the foolishness of my people. When you claim you are Ohanese, instead of using the Ohanese to be the true Ohanese, you are using it to be Funani against Ohaneze. You see, that is why God is fighting them. Iranian that was living his good life, he dived in, and he according to him, he refused the offer, he refused the position, but he was forced to take it. And did you know why he was forced to take it and he hid it? Because he is owing Nigeria a debt that he cannot pay. Now, who knows who next when they go pump into the thing? They go push and come out. When you dey busy, they swallow waiting Nigeria they give. They shop if they sweet you. They go they involve you in their criminality, they sweet you. When they go tell you, give you one assignment, you no go fit say no, because that assignment go be a what did they call them? What did they call that kind of assignment? Will be dead sign. I forget how the terms to use for that kind of assignment. Assignment of no return. When you go that kind of assignment, you go understand. No, the truth is that Iranian would died. I can never rejoice over anybody's death. And the one thing I want us to understand is that whatever you see Iranian did, he did not do it because he truly wanted to do it. He did it because he had no choice. He was pushed to the wall. He was doing everything you saw him doing because he is like somebody that was something is here. They put something here. So he had no choice but to do what he was told to do. Everything you see Iranian did, even George Obiozor did, was what they gave to them to do. It was all script. They were given script to carry out, and they were carrying it out because they have no choice. When George Obiozor was given ambassador to this country, to that country, he was busy doing it. Do you understand? So the truth is that that was why you see how many people are intelligent. You see in this Tinubu regime, I have seen 2 or 3 or more people that rejected opportunities to work in Nigeria. One is a businessman, an Igbo businessman, that he was given opportunity to become a board member in Central Bank of Nigeria. He rejected the offer. The other one, I've forgotten what he was given to, but they rejected the offer because when they accept this offer, they will be pushed into signing some contracts that are not true. And after signing those contracts that are fake, they go use them against you tomorrow. Tomorrow they go appoint you to go and fight against your own people. You will come up because if you say no, they go tell you, say, remember, say you sign them, or remember, say you sign this fraud, or you don't get choice but to go. That is why you have to jolly in. When you want to reject something, reject everything it keeps. If not, when the day of payment will come, be ready, because the day of vengeance is here. So I greet everybody. I beg you, like this video for me. Anywhere they watch from, like this video. I beg you, like this video. How you go be saying only 170 people like this video when I don't get almost 1,000 people where don't watch 970, just call them 1,000 people don't watch. Total watch 1,000, and then now only 170 watch. I beg now, make una do better. Una want me to they close this channel as well? Una want me to close them? I'm not defending him, Cecilia Joseph. You don't understand. I'm not defending him. I cannot defend the Iranian. I am telling you the truth. Iranian is not, they are all like robots. Due to their greed, Their greed pushed them into what is happening to them. Both Rochas or Krocha, Hopos of them is their greed. Because, for instance, you see Soludo, they are using Soludo against his own will. When Soludo went to become the governor of Central Bank, he was involved in so many fraudulent assignments or documents he signed. And they are keeping it against him. Tomorrow morning, they might set him on one era. Why do you think Soludo was murdering people everywhere in Anambra State? Immediately he jumped in, he began to go to what do you call him? That area across the river in Anambra. Obaru, go and see we wiped away the whole youth there. I'm not defending him. I'm only saying I am sorry for him. Because out of their foolishness and greed, they got themselves involved. You know what it resemble? People where they greed, now then they fall into the trap of fraud. Now then, they are great. I remember when I did Swiss, when I did Swiss, we did street. Make I show you an example. You get one boy, I no go call him name. The boy don't stand there, he don't make money. Police can't call him. Tell him make he come out. Make he know they stand here again. The boy say, nothing go happen. He shop aduru, he get bikini. Nothing go happen. Police warn him, he no agree. The day when police carry him, he no do anything. No. The police just stop. Where would they play, they just joke, drink. Police stop, come there, come carry and put them for motor. From there, he go prison more than 3 years. After that, more than 3 years, they carry and go Nigeria. You know why? He don't chop too much. Now, so you see all these people when they involve in fraud. Now, so you see all these people when they engage themselves into fake contracts. You the shop Nigeria money. Hey, natural cake, my own. Where is Willy today? If forgetting what is happening to Rochas or Krocha, if forgetting what is happening to Ojos or Kano, they have heavy stone upon their head. They are not themselves. They are slaves. They have enslaved themselves in the hands of these Funanis. After when I go say Funani no get sense, Funani no get brain, but at the same Funani they use them. At the same Funanis they use them. They go use them everywhere, use them do everything. They go use them against their own families. That's the same thing that happened to Iwenyamu. Yeah, that's the same thing that happened to him. Another person go come out tomorrow. Iwenyamu, listen. I am telling you that he refused the offer because he know what he's coming to do. It's an assignment. Go and listen to him. He said that when the offer came, his family said no, he will not go. And he himself said no. But they said he must do it. Understand? He must do it. So when you involve yourself in one Nigeria, when the task of one Nigeria will come, you cannot escape it. And that will destroy you. You see MFRA today, the same MFRA that signed the loan without conditions, without a refund to Dangote, today is suffering while Dangote is busy enjoying himself. All of them. So it's not that I will be the last person to defend anyone Nigeria. God forbid. I will not do that. My dear sister Cecilia, I can't defend anybody. I'm just making it clear that Iranian died. I'm not rejoicing over anybody's death. Even my worst enemy is what I said. I cannot rejoice over anybody's death because death is something that everybody must pass through in this life. But when you talk of people, let people live and learn from those dead. or those that are dead. Because the same thing that happened to Iwenyamu is bound to happen to another person now. They go appoint another person. Listen, Ohaneze is an instrument in the hands of the Fulanese. They tell you it's Ohaneze Ndibo. Is it true? It's not truly Ohaneze Ndibo. Ohaneze Ndibo that the Fulani government will appoint the leader. And you are telling me it's Ohaneze Ndibo. Ohaneze Ndibo is an instrument in the hands, is tools in the Ohaneze Ndibo is one of the tools in the hands of the Fulanese in destroying the people of Biafra land, destroying the joy, the peace, the unity, the security. Did you see Iwenyamu for once condemn all this killing that was going on here and there before he died? No, he cannot condemn because he is working for the Fulanese. That is the truth. Like it or leave it. And many will still fall victim. But Mali says so many people have died and so many will still die. Like you see Mazenam Dekano, as we close now, I'm going to play that his message. He said in this struggle, so many people have died. So many good people. Even when you said I am defending, I am number one person that was fighting Iwenyamu inside, outside. I was fighting Iwenyamu even before he became the president of Ohaneze Ndibo, because the way Iwenyamu wiped out the whole family of what is his name? That Otokoto Hotel is evil. Iwenyamu was involved with Otokoto Hotel. Otokoto himself, I'm not telling you of the son now. Iwenyamu was involved in everything that Otokoto did himself. And after the Otokoto died, Iwenyamu, the son of Otokoto, looking onto Iwenyamu like a father, collaborated with Iwenyamu, went into 419 business. Iwenyamu still took away all the money and let the boy to die in the hands of Abacha government. I think Abacha or IPP government. So I have been saying a thing. If you go into Iwenyamu record, that's what I'm telling you. When you are doing evil and you are using Nigerian government like this to cover your head, the day that thing where they cover your head, it go come out, the sun will go mama you. The sun will go mama you, you don't go fit stand. That's just a simple truth. So all of them, there are many Iwenyamu out there. There are still many George Obiozos out there. Yeah, you are talking. Is it not Benjamin Lekano that came out yesterday that told you that, hallelujah, Tinubu has decided the integration of Igbo people? You can imagine the foolishness, the level of foolishness our people are deceiving people into. You can imagine that you have been, that a signature has been given to you that now there will be industry, there will be industry. Say, you don't need industry in Igbo land. We don't need your industry. We are already industrialized. Do you know the only thing Igbo land need? Open the airport where Igbo people don't build with their money alone. No, they build the airport with their money, no federal government money. You have airport in Imo, you have in Anambra, you have in Abia, you have in Ebonyi, you have in Calabar, you have in Rivers, Port Harcourt, you have airport. You have seaport everywhere. All these things, the only thing you need to do is to say, okay, begin to work. You don't even need to invest any money there again because the things has already been accomplished. But they will not, you ask, what are you rejoicing for? As a make I begin that your industry. Which industry one build? The one where your papa built the remain. Ever since you see Nigeria, have Nigeria built any industry before? Have you seen Nigeria build one single industry before? They go borrow money, invest them for trend where you go push.
Might be this.
Put them for trend where you go push. Put them for aeroplane where you go push. That is what they are good at. Trend, aeroplane, they go push them. Everything push. Nothing good. They can't give you anything good. This is aeroplane. Maybe that night somebody go enter and if you come off for road, they go crash. People go die. Train, they go push them. If you come off for road, you go crash. People go mort. That is what we are telling you. Nigeria is gone and gone. Anybody telling you that there is a hope? There is a hope. I wonder the kind of hope. Wrecked hope. Wrecked hope. Wrecked hope. Biafra have lost so many good people. And we don't want to lose anybody anymore. We have lost so many people. We have lost so many things. And we are not ready to lose again. Enough is enough. As we close this program, I beg you before to try and like this program for me. But if you know one like them, no problem. I say make you like them. If you know like them, no problem. Like this program, 200 people out of 1,000 plus that are watching, that have watched. Well, it is well. We will continue. Remember, tomorrow is the fundraising. Tomorrow will be our fundraising. Remember, it's very important. Tomorrow will be fundraising. If you have not been supporting in any way, wake up and begin to support. Wake up and begin to support. Wake up and begin to support what we are doing. Because what we are doing is something that is for you, for everybody. This is not about anybody, it's for everybody. As you can see, where I go put and make it plenty, make it big. This is the fundraising for tomorrow. This is the fundraising for tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is the fundraising. We need to build our land. America built their own. Every other person that is enjoying the liberty of their land built their country. Remember. And this there will be town hall meeting with our prime minister on on the 28th, and that should be Sunday, right? 28th. Today is 26th. Tomorrow is 27. Yeah, 28 should be Sunday. Sunday town hall meeting, and the BRGIE inviting you to town hall meeting in the United States of America. So United States of America will be hosting our prime minister in a town hall meeting where questions will be asked, and those that have it to donate will make their donations, and it will be fun again. Try and join. Yesterday we watched the lobbyist organization or company or firm visit our Biafran headquarters, liaison headquarters in America, United States of America. You see, when somebody tell you that sponsoring your own freedom is evil, I wonder what they are trying to say or what they want to say. Because when you look in America, things are going on there. Everybody's seeing it. America, why don't you call them? Because it wasn't secret. You have your Nigeria embassy there yesterday. Why don't you immediately call United States of America and tell them there are terrorists having office, there are terrorists having meetings? So America will go there and arrest them immediately. Let Boko Haram go and get office in America. Since we are terrorists, Boko Haram are not a terrorist. ISWAP, ISIS, they are not terrorists. May they go get office anywhere in the world. It's only in Nigeria that they have office. It's only in Nigeria that terrorists have office. And when I talk, somebody go call right, block my channel. Make on the blocker, no problem. Continue blocking. If you block, I'll go open another one. Very soon, our Prime Minister promised that next month, the app, Biafran app, will open. Then we will know. So, Biafrans, I go say, Una, thank you so much for being part of this program. God bless you all. And then God bless you all, and bye for now.
Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say it with every shred of belief, with every ounce of conviction. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why the entirety.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me that, my sister Blessing. How you day? I greet you, my dear. The seat at home is there. It has not been removed. If there is anything like stopping it or removing the seat at home, our prime minister will make it known to us. So it is still there. That is our own way or form of protest. That is our own protest strike, where police no go fit shoot you, army no go fit shoot you. Sit in your house. So when they come your house, can't shoot you, go know say na purposely they can't do them. Okay, so my warm regard and love to everybody. So I will say bye for now. Thank you all, and bye.